your first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chad Crilly.
We are talking all things Tropical Storm Debby, and there's a lot of information to get to. So let's get started. I want to begin by looking specifically at Wiregrass impacts. So now through tomorrow morning, there could be a couple of feeder bands that come through. That would increase the scattered showers and create breezy conditions. Winds would be out of the northeast at 15 to 20, gusting to 30 miles per hour. Notice a red. That is when we're expecting the most significant impacts on Monday afternoon. Scattered thunderstorms with heavy amounts of rain. North winds at 20 to 25, gusting to 45 miles per hour. Can't even rule out an isolated gust to 50 miles per hour across the eastern half of the Wiregrass. By Monday night, conditions will improve. Rain will end. North winds at about 15 to 20. Still could find a gust up to about 30 miles per hour. But by tomorrow night, things are going to be looking a lot better for us. Here's a satellite and radar and the latest information on Tropical Storm Debby. Right now, it is moving directly north at 12 miles per hour. We are waiting for that turn to the right. We have winds sustained of 65 miles per hour, gusting to 75 miles per hour. Here's the eye of the storm. It has been wobbling a little to the east. However, that is typical of these systems. We may see a wobble to the west, but for the most part, I think the track remains pretty good in terms of how accurate things may play out here. Here's a look at our radar in the Wiregrass. So one thing I want to point out to you, there is a feeder band from Debby that's beginning to approach us from the southeast. It's rolled through Tallahassee, next into Mariana, perhaps into Dothan, Elba, and Ozark over the next hour and a half to 2 hours. Be prepared for some very gusty winds and also heavy rain. It will feel tropical outside as that feeder band moves in. This is the latest track from the National Hurricane Center from their earlier advisory. Still expecting landfall between early Monday morning and Monday afternoon in the Big Bend of Florida as a Category 1 hurricane. So that's when we're going to feel the highest impacts. Then it starts to move along. It really slows down, though, as it enters the Carolinas and brings days of heavy rainfall. They could be talking about over 15 inches of rain in that area. We don't have to worry about that, but let's talk a little bit about what's happening with our tropical alerts. So officially in the Wiregrass, we don't have any tropical alerts to speak of. The closest one is going to be in Miller County, Georgia. There is a tropical storm watch. If we see a wobble back to the west, it is possible parts of our area may be included in a tropical storm watch or a tropical storm warning. We are not there yet. If you have friends, family members who live to the south and east, one of the biggest problems they are going to experience is the storm surge, especially in the Big Bend, where up to 10 feet of storm surge is possible. That is salt water moving over normally dry land, so that's going to be a huge issue. We're fortunate that we live inland. Our biggest problem is going to be the winds and some of the rainfall. Winds already picking up with that feeder band coming through, gusting to 23 miles per hour in Mariana, 14 right now in Dothan, 13 in Ozark, breezy in Troy, with wind gusts up to about 22 miles per hour. Speaking of the wind, let's talk about the chance of tropical storm force wind gusts. So the purple is where you're up to 100% chance of experiencing tropical storm force winds, at least hurricane force winds possible. Here in the Wiregrass, there's a pretty tight gradient. So across Houston County, we're looking at a 30 to 40% chance of tropical storm force winds. You get into Early County, that increases, especially across extreme eastern Early County, where tropical storm force winds are actually likely. Here's how it could play out. So let's go through time, and this is an interesting product that is exclusive to us. The yellow represents tropical storm force winds, and then the orange represents Category 1 hurricane force winds. Here's landfall, maybe early tomorrow morning near St. Mark's in the Big Bend. By tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock, we're finding the yellow. Those are tropical storm force winds, and they have entered parts of Early County. So that's why those tropical storm force winds are likely there. In our hour-by-hour forecast, as far as rain is concerned, we have that feeder band that's coming through right now. Then we'll get a break overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. More heavy showers and thunderstorms start wrapping around, especially across Early County by 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. By tomorrow night, conditions start to improve pretty dramatically, and we will be in good shape from that point forward. And in terms of rainfall here across the Wiregrass, not that much, maybe 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch. The gradient is really tight, though. You get to Tallahassee, points east, and significant, maybe devastating amounts of rain are expected there. So we're feeling the impacts of Debby on Monday. Then it pulls away. Still a lingering threat of showers and thunderstorms on Tuesday. For Wednesday and Thursday, it's all about the heat. High pressure builds in. We'll be close to 100 degrees. The heat index could be as high as 110 or hotter.